Good afternoon, I'm the class of 2016. My name is Matt Medley and this is my introduction video. I was raised right here in Marietta, Georgia. I'm the middle child of 3 kids. I have an older sister and a younger sister, and we all were raised right here and we went to Sprayberry High School. I always knew growing up that I wanted to be an Air Force pilot. So somewhere around my sophomore year of high school, I started doing all the things that you need to do to be competitive for an appointment. And I found out in my senior year in '96 that I had earned an appointment from then Speaker of the House, Newt Gingrich, to go to the Air Force Academy. It was a really exciting time, and about a month after graduation, I shipped out to basic training and then to join the class of 2000 at the Air Force Academy. I did graduate 4 years later with a Bachelor of Science in Political Science, a commission as a second lieutenant active duty in the Air Force, and had earned a slot to Air Force pilot training. I went to pilot training a few months later and graduated a year after that from pilot training to go fly the C-130. It's a Lockheed Martin aircraft, four propeller cargo airplane, doing rescue and airdrop and everything else. So it was a blast. I had a lot of fun over the next 12 years in the Air Force. I deployed 8 times to Iraq, Afghanistan, and Africa for combat ops, and 3 other times to other parts of the world for non-combat ops. Over the course of my career, I became an instructor pilot in the C-130 and was eventually promoted to the rank of major, which is why I separated in 2012. When I separated in 2012, I took a position up here in Marietta. I wanted to move back home, and it was with Lockheed Martin. Like I said, they're the people who make the aircraft that I used to fly, and I was in their program office as a project manager, which was a really good experience for me, but it really also pointed out that I didn't know a whole lot about business. Over the next 2 years, I did gain some business acumen, but I decided about 6 months ago that I needed to make a change. Sequestration was really taking its toll on Lockheed, and I felt like I was the next person to be laid off. They'd already laid off over half my team in the 2 years I was there. So I started working with a military recruiter called Bradley Morris, and was able to find a position with Oldcastle Precast, which is one of the nation's leading producers of precast concrete. And if you don't know what that is, that's like telephone pole bases or the concrete barriers that go down the highway. I don't know anything about concrete. I'm not a concrete engineer, but they were looking for project managers and business analysts. And I'm really glad I took the position because my role today includes business analysis, requirements gathering, financial statements. Basically everything we do in class, I get to practice at work throughout the week in an internal consulting role. So I really enjoy it. So why am I here? I know that over the course of my career, I gained a lot of specific management and leadership experience, but I really didn't gain any of the pure business acumen that I needed. And if I come back and get this executive MBA, it's just going to make me more valuable in my current position. I don't know if I'm going to stay with Oldcastle forever, but even if I don't, this is going to give me options. I think it's a great opportunity for networking and for personal growth and leadership development. I'm used to one style of leadership, and that's being the guy in charge and telling people what to do. That works fine in the military when you're an officer and you're leading combat troops, but I really am not great at leading peers. That requires a different level of leadership, and that's what I'm trying to get out of this teaming experience, to learn how to subtly motivate and make people want to follow instead of just telling them what to do. So that's kind of why I'm here. On the more personal note, I did remarry last summer. My wife, Corey, lives with me and my daughter here in Marietta. And she'd never been married before and didn't have any kids, so it's been a huge adjustment for her, but we're doing great. We were very close to her family. We're very close to my family. We enjoy going out. We do charity walks, charity runs. She likes to do yoga. My daughter likes to do all kinds of art. I do recreational powerlifting, and I'm an active Freemason. So we're involved in our church and our community. We're involved with our families, and look forward to getting further involved with the rest of you. Thanks for your attention, and you stay classy, Kennesaw.